Hey Tiffany, it's James down here in Somerset. I've got a few things put together for you to look at, and instead of just emailing you a bunch of files, I thought I'd just put together a video and just kind of narrate as we go along, and that way, probably make it easier for you. I'm assuming. Um, so if we can, let's start with the proposal that I put together. Uh, Looking at the again the geography, trying to just sort of tighten down the reach a little bit. I actually left out Clinton County. That was going to allow us to bump up the frequency to a number that I thought would just at least be a better starting point, to get the frequency up. So we're going to target all the Pulaski County areas plus McCreary County. Again, McCreary and Wayne. I'm sorry. So we're just going to lose Clinton County and target this area here, and especially outside of Pulaski. I know that Wayne County, McCreary County, Somerset is their primary source for any sort of shopping or doctor visits. So we're looking at, again, it's going to be targeted to interest demographics. I'm pretty much including male, female equally, all income levels. I did tighten down the age range from 25 to 64. 25 and under and 65 and over was causing the frequency number to actually drop a little bit. And since the start of our previous campaign, we now have direct access to the proposal builder, where before we were submitting certain information criteria, and they were putting the proposal together for us. So we weren't allowed to actually play around with the size of the target market, the frequency of the ads. So that's one of the biggest things that has changed. And again, you talked about how you didn't know the area. Well, imagine someone in Canada, or I don't even know, California maybe. I don't even know where some of these people were, but imagine them putting your proposal together. They really don't know the area. So I'm glad we're able to actually go in and look at the numbers and play around with certain settings, so that we feel like we can maximize the campaigns based on what we know about this area. So, well, going back to the targeted display ad again, we're going to go back in with the same sort of tactic, which is the display ad, a still ad, no video at this point. But again, the big advantage of that is that you can reach 3 times the number of people for the budget. So I tightened down the age range a little bit, plus I dropped Clinton County out of the geography, and that is going to get the excuse me, that is going to get the frequency way up. So we're going to target people based on their interest online, like health conditions, health insurance, local media, men's health, nutrition, women's health. That's just sort of the tip of the iceberg. The keywords are pretty extensive that we've put in. Some of the sample websites, if they're visiting, symptoms.webmd.com, medhelp.org, everydayhealth.com, menshealth.com, USA Today. News is a big thing. Media and news is a big interest with your target customer. MSN.com, HuffPost.com, Bloomberg, Weather.com, Muscle and Fitness. All these websites here, these are samples of us targeting people based on those websites. And keyword targeting, that is going to be another key portion of this campaign, and we can look at some sample keywords. Actually had okay, I do have that on another screen. Some of the sample keywords. Let's go back into your proposal. You should still be able to see this. Should still be able to see this screen right here. So if we go back into the zip codes, something that's kind of cool that we're looking at, this is something that I don't mind to share with you at all. We're allowed to share this, so I think this is good to see. Of radio, digital video, digital audio, social media, and SEO, SEM, search optimization. We're looking at the display ad with keyword targeting. Um, Basically, the geofence, you'd really need a little bit more budget to add on geofencing type locations. So if you wanted to geofence, for example, things that are outside of this region, let's say like Russell County Hospital, Clinton County Hospital, or any specific area that gets pretty decent foot traffic, we could add that geofence in at some point if the budget would allow. But for right now, I think to maximize the $300 a month, we're going to look at Pulaski, Wayne, and McCreary counties, and in those three counties, we're looking at 102,324 people as your population. Your target market is not necessarily 102,000, but the average, the size of the population is 102,000 people. Average income $43,911 for the household income. Median age 38. Number of so there's just interesting statistics about this area that we've highlighted. Now, when it gets into audience and interest, I've selected several things here: beauty and fitness, health, home and garden, homeowner, news, outdoors, people, society, pets and animals, sports, travel, weather, all of these things. These are the selected interests that your ad is going to target. So based on the 102,324 total people, based on that criteria of the audience, age, gender, household income, education level, parent status, and interest, then there's 53,474 people that is your target audience in this area, in Pulaski, Wayne, and McCreary counties. And I think this is a very interesting number to know, because this dictates, for budget purposes, how many times can you serve each person an ad during those 3 months. And a 3-month campaign, a 30 to 90 day campaign, the recommended frequency in order to be the most successful is 5 to 10 times for that duration. So you can see that $300 a month is going to get you 2.7, based on the settings that we've put in. $300 a month is going to get you 2.7 times per person in terms of frequency. If we bump the budget up a little bit to $500 a month, then you're going to be able to serve each person in this target market right here. You're going to be able to serve them an ad 4.1 times, which is you're going to reach 86.5% of them instead of 80. Your reach goes up to 87.9, and you're going to be able to give them a 6.1 times frequency at a budget of, I believe it was $750 a month. So just as a comparison, so again, instead of just flying blind and just picking geographies, picking budgets, we now have the ability to look at this number, create a campaign based on frequency or budget. We can build it out based on budget, or we can reverse engineer it based on frequency, and that will tell us our budget. So again, if $300 a month is where you stay, that's fine, but at least we know what $300 a month is going to do, and we know what $500 a month would do. So we have some sort of game plan as to why we're picking the areas, why we're picking the demographics, why we're selecting certain interests, and why we're selecting certain frequencies. So we have, again, all this information available to me now to go in and directly put these campaigns together, and I think that's going to help both me and you tremendously by being able to look and monitor this. Again, here are the featured keywords. This is a pretty long list. I looked through and added all kinds of these skins. So if they're online searching for poison oak rash, dermatology consultants specifically, or hand eczema, acne treatment, hives causes, rash on back, all of these generated keywords, but also I added these additional keywords based on if they're online searching for, scar treatment, hives treatment, skin diseases in general, feet blisters, facial cysts, red spots on stomach. So there's tons of these additional keywords that's going to trigger an ad to people who are online searching for these things. So again, we have certain keywords if they're on websites. We have certain interest, again, like weather, news, things like that. So we have a lot of different ways that we're going to reach. We have a lot of different ways that we're going to reach and find people. And here's a breakdown. Of course, we've got a little bit cleaner version of that right here in the slide proposal that it generates. So budget 1, you're going to reach everybody 2.7 times during the 3 months for an $1,800 budget. A $3,000 budget would get you up to 4.1 times per person in that 3-month span. And again, budget 3, if you went up to $750 a month, which is $4,500 total dollar campaign, you're going to reach people in that 5 to 10 recommended range. So again, this is just for your information, so you know. And if if we stay at the $300 a month, no problem at all. But at least we know certain things now that we did not know before. Here are all the zip codes, and I'm getting ready to send you a copy of this by email so that you will have this for your records. Here's a list of websites, common websites that this ad is going to pop up on, and you can see, especially local, lex18.com, cbsnews.com, that's going to be a big one, womenshealthmagazine.com, Men's Journal, Everyday Health, Weatherbug, wkyt.com, cnn.com, money.com, cnbc.com, aarp.org, a lot of very, very popular, usatoday.com, foxnews.com. I can see a lot of popular websites on here, and that's another thing that we're now have access to, is be able to provide you a list of domains that your ad actually did appear. So that's pretty cool. So these are all common websites that they're going to target with your ad. Now, going back to the ad, here is your ad. I sent you a link to this, but in case for some reason you're not able to open this, here was what your ad looked like before. And I did find 3 interesting lake photos from the stock footage that I think would be pretty good. And again, hopefully I'm recording the screen, and hopefully you're still able to see what's popping up here. I think this is a neat scene. This looks like Lake Cumberland, especially down there around Woodson Bend. There's that big rock bluff wall. So I have no idea what lake this is, but it looks just like Lake Cumberland. And it's a nice picture of this family overlooking the lake. Good view of the lake there. Kayaking, that looks just like you were down at Pulaski Park, and a young couple comes rowing by and enjoying the summertime because they don't have any skin problems. They're out enjoying the weather. I think that would be the good message there. And then here's an elderly little older gentleman, middle-aged guy, getting ready to go fishing. That looks like any of the local boat docks. Good greenish color of the water. It looks like, to me, it looks just like Lake Cumberland right there. And a lot of guys fishing off the dock that maybe if they've got any skin conditions maybe wouldn't be out fishing. So I think that, again, we can find some stock images of just the lake, but I think it's kind of neat to actually have an image maybe of somebody out actually doing something. So I think that would be just 3 good stock photos that I found of people doing things that look exactly like Lake Cumberland, that I think the ad would do well if you use some of these images. You don't have to. We can just keep searching for different images, or we can have the graphic designers put something together for you. So again, this is everything that I wanted to run through with you, and I'm going to send you a copy of the photos, and I'm going to send you a copy of the slide proposal, so you'll have that in your records. So thanks for watching. I hope this made it a lot easier to kind of go through what I've researched so far, and just let me know what you think about everything, and we'll we'll keep working to get your next campaign live. So thanks, Tiffany. I'll talk to you real soon.